What's up, people? Here is your guy, the BETONG. Always happy to be here. Fridays, as usual, with Logger K. Today, we are going to focus on what has been going on in the crypto space this week. I am going to look at the technical analysis while Logger K is going to focus on fundamentals. Logger is running a little bit late and she's going to join us no time from now, or no time from now. But guys, I'm so excited always when Friday comes because Lore is gonna, unpack amazing stuff going on in the industry. I'm always excited when I'm live. I love doing this, guys. Let's shout out to all of you who have been part of my platform. Those of you who have been there with me. Shout out to all the Betonians, guys. The crypto market has been amazing recently. We have seen a lot of stuff going on in the market. PayPal coming up with their own stable coin. A lot of stuff going on in the market. Logo is going to unpack most of that. But today, I'm going to focus on technical analysis. I'm going to bring Lore K right now. I think Lore is game on at this point in time. Let me bring Lore. So we can, start this as soon as possible. Lore, you are welcome again on this stream. You're always happy to see you, smiling the crypto way. You're welcome today. How are you doing today? I cannot hear you for some reason. Can you check your mic? I cannot hear you, Lore. Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Yes. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna wait for Logan to join in a little bit, but as we wait for Logan to join, let's dive right away into what I got for you guys today. I've been looking at the crypto market, this week, a couple of stuff going on in the market. We are now 254 days before Bitcoin halving. You guys know the halving effect. When the halving approach, a lot of stuff is going to happen. The crypto market is going to be in a bull market, right? That is, prices are going to be going up, and I love this. Also looking at the fear and greed index, it's sitting at 51. I mean, guys, I've not seen this for quite a long time. The fear and greed index for like ever since this year has been in between 50, 60. So it's pretty good. These are all signs that we are in the early stage of the bull market. And when we look at also, the total cryptocurrency market cap at this point in time is still at 1.18 trillion. That is down 0.25% today, and if say we go to crypto bubble for this week, we can see that Shiba Inu has been up this week 18%, Ruin has been up 15%, almost 16%, Solana 5%, OKB 8%, HBAR 6%, SNX 4%, Tron 7%, Mina. So not really, like, we don't see that much movement this week in the market because the big daddy Bitcoin is not moving. Whenever Bitcoin is stagnant, we don't see that lot of movement in the market. So you guys, if say you really want to understand the bigger picture here in this industry, you need to be able to focus on Bitcoin, on the on the big daddy. Bitcoin always give us the signal in the market, so we should always make sure we look at Bitcoin. I'm gonna bring Lore right away right now, so we can get to hear something from her right now. Lore, can you get me now? Lore, are you there? I think for some reasons I don't still hear you. I don't know why. For some reasons I don't hear you. I'm just gonna come back a little bit. Let me just do this. Guys, I'm having some difficulties to bring Lore here. I think Lore's audio is having some issues. I'm trying to see if say we can fix it. If say you can hear Lore, let me know. Like comment below if you can hear Lore. Let's try to see if say we can bring or like fix her audio. At times things like this happen during live stream. So I'm just gonna see if say we can manage to fix her. Let's see if say we can. Laura, can you get me now? Laura, maybe you can come on and speak. Maybe I can hear you now. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to fix it on my side. Guys, be patient with us today. It's not easy at times. Things like this happen. Let me see. I can feel my speaker is okay. Everything is okay. And yeah, you can see they can't hear you. So I don't know what's wrong. I can't hear her. Oh, they can't hear you. Guys, be patient with us. We just like to see how we can fix like this for Lore. Times things like this happen. I don't know why we can't get her today. No, I cannot hear you. The audience cannot hear you as well. Guys, it's difficult to bring Lore. Yeah, I don't know. Something is not going on well with her mic, but I'm just gonna continue to do the TA while we wait for her to fix it. She's gonna give us some fundamentals. But let me just run quick with the TA so we can bring her here for the fundamentals. So yeah, guys, this is the chart of Bitcoin. As it stands, we are looking at Bitcoin this week, what has been going on in the market. And if say we look at a daily time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is moving around this range. We saw Bitcoin come to hit this zone. I've done a couple of videos about this already. Bitcoin has hit this zone, and this was a zone that I marked a long time ago, expecting Bitcoin to come to that area, and Bitcoin did bounce from that zone. So if say you have been following my channel, then you must have made some awesome gains already, by following this movement with Bitcoin. And when we look at also the lower time frame, like a 30-minute time frame, we can gonna see here that actually, the price action is somehow noisy. I call it this noisy because when you look at it, you might feel as if a lot is going on in the market, or like price is going down to almost zero. But as it stands, nothing is actually happening. If say we go to the lower to the higher time frame, like 4 hours, you can see, the prices are just sorry guys, moving around this zone here. And these zones are zones that you guys need to mark, to put like market, like look at this different price point for from this top, like in between 28,500 and 30,824. So these zones are area where you need to be able to look at Bitcoin, on a macro level, so that when Bitcoin is moving, then you're gonna look at your altcoins, and when your altcoins move, then that's gonna be a good sign, because Bitcoin always starts first, then altcoins follow. And when we look at the Pridimoku, the Ichimoku cloud, this is the weekly time frame. We're gonna see that there is this range that Bitcoin has been moving, and Bitcoin started, the range began during this low. This was the lowest low of Bitcoin. Bitcoin went down to almost 16,000, almost 15,000, and now Bitcoin is in between this range, and we have been seeing some sort of resistance here with the price of Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin breaks this zone, then we're gonna see Bitcoin go right up to about about 45,000. Yeah, 45,000. So we can agree here that the reason why we are seeing the market being stagnant is because Bitcoin is holding this zone. Yeah, so we can expect some sort of pullback or continuous movement around this area with Bitcoin before we see a breakout to the upside. But if not, then where we can expect Bitcoin to go back to is still it's around 23,000, 24,000. If said it comes to the worst, that's where we're gonna expect Bitcoin. So let me bring Laura here right away. So
hello.
Yeah,
Can
Laura
you hear
is
me?
back. Oh, 204.
Good.
Wow, I was
Thank God
like,
for mobile
maybe
technology.
yeah, I was like, are we gonna miss these amazing fundamentals from the queen of FT today?
Oh,
You're looking good.
managed to. I don't know what's my computer decided to like update itself, and then I don't know what's going on. So
Sorry.
I just thought, oh, let me do it from my phone. So I'm here from my phone, trusted smartphone. But yeah. So what's been going on in terms of? I guess you've been explaining tokens at the moment, or what's altcoins. What have you
Yeah,
been
I've been
discussing?
looking at. I'm just gonna try to share my screen right now because I was using my. Let me just try to see if I can share my screen right now. So okay, I have been looking at this, the movement of Bitcoin on the weekly time frame and on the daily time frame. So I began, yeah. There's this range when I look at the daily time frame for Bitcoin. I've marked this range. We saw this pump, yeah, and I used this volume profile to give me different areas or different price zones where Bitcoin might move around. So, and ever since I place this volume profile on my chart, Bitcoin has been moving in between or in this box here, and this is a strong or it's a bullish signal for Bitcoin, because it seems that whenever Bitcoin tries to move to the downside, investors are eating the price up. But if say I bring the Fibonacci retracement to see if say like if the worst come to the worst, let's see the worst come to the worst with Bitcoin, and where can we expect the price of Bitcoin to go to or to come or to retrace to? This is around 27,000. You can see the Fibonacci retracement is showing that if say the worst come to the worst with Bitcoin, Bitcoin can get to right down to 27,000. So that's the price where we can expect Bitcoin to go towards. And if say I look at the Ichimoku cloud, it gives me the same or similar signal or similar price area where we can expect Bitcoin to go to. What you can see, but this time around we see there's a dot here. Let me try to zoom a little bit so you can see or viewers can see where what I'm looking at right now. So this is a cloud. This like with the rule here is that we cannot see Bitcoin. This cloud is so like this red cloud here is so huge, and this is liquidity. This is where there's so much buy orders or so much going on in the market. So much trades are gonna like has happened during this area. So it's gonna be difficult for price to just move like that. But if say we see price break this zone here, it means we might expect price to go towards 40K or 45K for Bitcoin. And if say I look at the weekly or daily time frame for this Ichimoku cloud, let me refresh this. It's gonna give me similar to what we saw with the other charts. You can see here that Bitcoin is trying to make its way up back to this zone. And I don't think that we're going to see some massive movement with Bitcoin. That's why those of you who are holding altcoins, you need to be careful. You want to be in Bitcoin, because when Bitcoin make that moves, that's when you want to, sell your Bitcoin, get into your favorite altcoin. When your altcoin make the moves, you sell it back into Bitcoin and, keep protecting your investment. I treat Bitcoin as my dollar. Bitcoin is like my dollar. I don't care if say price is going down. I know if price is going down, it means my favorite coin also is going down, and I can get it cheaper with Bitcoin. So that's what has been going on. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I'm quite interested to know what's been going on with Ethereum this week, since Coinbase and PayPal have both released layer twos or deployed projects based on the Ethereum network. So I don't know if there's been any price action today with ETH. I've been on the roads all day, so I haven't had a chance to check
Okay,
the
let me
charts
let
or
me
anything.
let me
But
look
how's
let me do let me do quickly. Let me look at Ethereum. What has been going on with Ethereum quickly? Um, Ethereum right now, I think Ethereum is doing exactly what like is moving this alongside with Bitcoin. We can see here that Ethereum has been moving in this trend. There is this trend here that Ethereum has been moving, and we're gonna see Ethereum, do something like we're gonna see some sort of movement with Ethereum based on what Bitcoin will do. But now on the daily time frame, it seems as if we have made like higher highs. Yeah, there's this higher highs. Yeah, that we should expect maybe price to make it way back to the upside. But as it stands, Bitcoin is above the Ethereum is above the 200 moving average, and whenever price is above the 200 moving average on the daily time frame, then it means it's bullish. But if say I look at this cloud here, there's a cloud here. I don't know if you can see it. The price is below that cloud, meaning it's not really looking good. We want to see Ethereum move above this area here. We want to see Ethereum move straight above this zone here. And if say Ethereum get to that zone, then I would say Ethereum is gonna try come towards this area here to retest what price point is. That's 21. It's gonna get to 21 hundred. That's 2,100. So we can expect Ethereum to go to 2,100 if say Ethereum break this or start trading above this area. Yeah. So to an extent, I think nothing is going on with Ethereum. Maybe we haven't yet seen an impact on that on the price. But if say we look at the 4 hours time frame, let's see if say there's some noise here, and yeah, it's quite some noise here on the 4 hours time frame. But again, if I look at this volume profile, it tells me that Ethereum is not like it's moving around. This is moving in between this range, this volume range. So price is not like doing anything like there's no serious price action here. So it's just consolidating, moving sideways. So nothing is going on here with Ethereum at this point in time.
interesting. Okay, so I mean, I guess people are not too. That's the thing. I think a lot of people hear the news about things like Coinbase. So Coinbase have just launched their own blockchain, which is a layer 2 Ethereum dApp named Base, and it allows for people to actually bridge over their ETH and their ETH projects onto Coinbase. So that basically means like if you have a dApp that was built on the Ethereum blockchain. You'll also be able to use it on Coinbase. And yeah, I mean, Coinbase has its own native platform now, built through the Ethereum blockchain, and PayPal as well announced that they have got a stable coin launched called the PYUSD. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio with the US dollar. So one PayPal coin, let's call it PayPal coin because one PayPal coin or PYUSD, it equates to $1. And again, that was channeled through Ethereum. So I think that people really sleep on Ethereum because there are actually like so many fundamental things being built through Ethereum. Even if it isn't being built through Ethereum, it usually comes built through Matic or Polygon or something like that, which is again obviously a layer 2 for Ethereum. So I still feel like people are sleeping on Ethereum, and there's quite a lot of space in the market to actually come in at the moment and invest, because I feel like once these protocols do really take off, obviously they rely on Ethereum. So I feel like Ethereum's still at a really good place to kind of come in. Not financial advice, but I just think people are sleeping on it. So I'm going to still be
Yeah,
some ETH.
I think
But
I think that's yeah. I just want to say something like what you're saying here is what I believe. You know, I strongly believe that if you want to make the most gains in the market, with a secure project, then Ethereum is that project that you can make some quick gains from, you know, because Ethereum we haven't yet seen like that massive movement, you know, with Ethereum as we expected. We know Ethereum is that one coin that is gonna make move many altcoins. That's why we didn't see any serious movement with other altcoins when Ripple or XRP, you know, went to the upside after they won the case, the case with the SEC. So this is actually something I think most of you who are watching you should pay attention to. If say you want to invest in one, like, no financial advice, of course, but I always have to say what I'm doing. I do this, I speak about this always on my platform. So if say you want to have a chance, you know, to invest in something that is like you're gonna have some security, you won't wake up someday and find that asset going down like 20%. It's Ethereum, you know. So yeah, Ethereum is what we are waiting for to drive the altcoins to the moon.
Okay, but I guess as well, people are probably not as interested in things like Coinbase and PayPal in the market. I think people are really interested in the moment at the news of this Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock being approved. I think that was kind of like headline news or topics of discussion in the Web3 space, especially on Twitter Spaces and things like that. Just a lot of people speculating, when is this BlackRock ETF going to go through? I think there was an announcement or information leaked from that ruling that it was imminent. So, you know, I think that they did certain procedures which basically meant that it was going to go through. They're just kind of like finalizing like the last checks and things like that. But I think that's kind of what's driven the price action for Bitcoin is obviously people speculating about, you know, this BlackRock ETF, which is again crazy news for Bitcoin because it means that this huge financial, you know, the world's biggest or one of the world's biggest investment firms that manage, you know, I think it's like 11 trillion, probably maybe even more, 11 trillion US dollars worth of assets. They are putting in an ETF, a spot ETF, which basically means that retail investors or customers of BlackRock can bet on the future price of Bitcoin. So that basically means that, you know, they are seeing the long-term benefits of Bitcoin. They are announcing that they believe in Bitcoin as a long-term sustainable project. So why would you not put your money in Bitcoin if, you know, BlackRock, who basically rules the world, basically, I mean, 11 trillion, you know, US dollars, you can pretty much do anything in the world with that amount of money. Obviously it's not just their money, but they're managing it. But, you know, they have huge influence in the market. So, yeah, I think that's probably
Yeah.
what most people are focused on. So again, everyone's kind of like really bullish on Bitcoin. But I mean, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Like I say, like Bitcoin is that kind of like safe asset. If you're trying to get started with crypto and Web3 and this whole crazy world of decentralized finance, then Bitcoin is that perfect place to start, even if you just put in like $10 just to see what it does. And then, obviously the daddy of altcoin, or the mother of altcoins, or whatever you want to call it, is probably Ethereum, where you're actually seeing more utility. It's more the blockchain side of things and the smart contract side of things, which is Ethereum, which I guess people are still kind of, working out, like, what is a smart contract, what is an NFT kind of thing. But I mean, I like both of them. How can you not like Bitcoin and Ethereum?
One thing, people need to understand this. Like, if say you are watching this show, what I'm about to speak right now, or what I'm about to say right now, is very important. You should take this into consideration. The market makers, those who run the market, like those who provide liquidity, are going to only act when they realize new customers are about to enter the market. When these guys realize that new players are about to get into the market, like new investors, like what Lauren mentioned, the BlackRock ETF. If say the BlackRock ETF news or other ETF news is approved, or it comes to play, then we want to see the market makers move the market to a price point where they're gonna trick new investors, like retail investors, when they come on board, FOMO in, and they're gonna dump it on retail investors. That's why when you look at the price of Bitcoin right now, like looking at the price of Bitcoin right now, let me bring the chart of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is moving around this zone, this price area, where most of you might think, okay, Bitcoin is not doing anything, but Bitcoin is sitting there. The market makers keeping the price of Bitcoin where it is right now, because it's gonna be easy for them to move the price to the next level. Looking at where the price is at this point in time, they can move the price a little bit to the upside, anticipating that the news is gonna be positive. And when it is positive, it's gonna be easy to break to the upside and hit 45K or 35K. And that's when they're gonna dump it on the retail investors who come in thinking that crypto is going to the moon, right? So this is a little bit of, or this is a trick that I think most of you need to actually pay attention to when you invest. Right now is the time to buy your favorite coin. Don't wait when price is pumping. When price is pumping, you're gonna miss out. Or if you buy it that time, the market makers are gonna dump the price on you. And by that time, you say, "Oh, you bought Bitcoin at this price, and the price went against you." It's because you didn't get it when it was consolidating or when it was cheaper, right? So I just wanted to say that, Lore. Are you on?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the thing, isn't it?
I can see your
People
I can
love.
see your camera. Your camera is off.
My camera's off. What is going on? Hello, can you see me now?
No.
Can you see me? Oh, okay. Hold on, let me put it off and put it back on. Any better? I can see myself.
No, I can see you.
No.
I can see you.
Okay, well, let me just speak. I'm having technical issues today.
Yeah, today
but
is
let me
one of those days.
just to speak to that, as you can hear me. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people get into this space, or look at this space and they hear, oh, crypto and da da da, and when it's kind of a bear market, they think, oh, it's dead, like we told you so, it didn't work. And then when it's a bull market and it's the top of the market and people are making money, and when Lambo becomes a reality and people are buying the whatever and flexing, that's when everyone's like, oh my gosh, I should have listened, let me buy some Bitcoin now. And by that time, it's already too late. So at the moment, this is the perfect time to buy. Like, don't wait for another time, don't wait for it to hit like mainstream and, you know, it go like crazy how we saw in 2021 with like the NFTs. That is not the right time to buy. I mean, it's a good time to get in and learn, and like it's a fun time. Like the bull market is obviously, it's just extremely fun because you're literally making money asleep. Like there's nothing better than that feeling of just like waking up one day and like seeing your portfolio just like, you know, sometimes 2x, sometimes 5, sometimes like 10x, sometimes it just goes absolutely crazy, and it's all fun, you know. But that's like the reaping of the seeds, you know. You don't like you don't like start watering your trees when the apples are already on the tree. You have to water it when this, you know, the seeds are you know, when it's the right season, which is when the seeds are just been planted. So when you're seeing BlackRock planting their seeds, saying, you know, they're putting their ETF, their spot ETF with the SEC. There's news now saying that it's probably going to get approved. This is the seed planting time, you know. This is actually when the seeds are being planted for that next bull market. So, you know, anytime that you've got some spare capital, or not even just spare capital, like, I mean, I'm not telling you how to do your investment schedule, but you should be trying to make sure that, you know, when you do get paid, you're putting some sort of percentage towards that, especially now in the bear market. And especially as we're hearing these headlines, like, don't ignore these headlines. You know, that they're here. We're here for a purpose. We're here to reiterate the news to you, and we're picking up what the highlights in the news are, so that you can be informed and so that you can be aware of you know, what's going on. So yeah, now's the time to be planting your seeds, and the rewards will come in the bull market, and it's not a bull market yet, so we just have to keep planting those seeds and keep watering them.
Yeah, what I'm so happy about is the fact that when you see players like Paper, um, I don't know, I can get echo. Yeah, okay, nice. Okay, when you see players like Paper coming on board BlackRock, it's like it gives me courage or confidence enough to say that we have got to that point where we can say crypto is established. You know, when you see adoption from these big financial players, you know, it tells me that like anyone else who think Bitcoin or crypto is nothing, well, they're gonna sit back someday and regret why they didn't get in on board. It's just like Da Vinci bought Bitcoin when it was $1, and he told many of his friends like, buy Bitcoin, even if it means to buy it just for $1 or $100. And after that, we saw Bitcoin skyrocket to the upside. So these are all signs that, you know, Bitcoin and crypto are here to stay, regardless of what anyone else out there is going to say about crypto. When we see big players like they come on board, the biggest like Paper process more than 400 million transactions every day. You know, so when we see Paper coming on board with their own stable coin, it means something like they want to get into the game early enough. And this is going to drive, you know, bring in more liquidity in the market. We're going to see new money get into the market. The same with BlackRock. And that's what moves the price, because the market maker is going to see that, okay, new investors are coming on board. Let's push the price so that they can FOMO in, and then we dump it on them. That's how the bull market is created. You know, like that's how things are gonna play out during the bull market. When popular events approach, like the halving, you know, when there's so much hype on it, what will happen? The market makers are gonna pump the price, you know, to the upside, expecting retail investors to come to FOMO in, and then they dump it on them. That's it. Are
Yeah,
you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, that's good. So you can hear me back on my laptop. No, I think that's a really good point to make as well. Like, obviously, the Bitcoin halving is approaching. We're getting closer and closer to quarter 4. So yeah, January we're expecting the Bitcoin halving, and obviously that means that there's going to be less rewards for Bitcoin. So less Bitcoin is going to be distributed to miners. which makes it even more scarce. And obviously, the more scarce it is in terms of its current liquidity, the more in demand it becomes in turn. So, I feel like the market makers, as you call them, are aware of this, and they're making sure that they are putting their plans in place ahead of that halving, because the halving comes every 4 years, if I'm correct in saying. So they know that, they don't want to miss out on that opportunity before the halving. So guys, like I say, this is a really good time. If you're seeing like BlackRock putting in their plans for Bitcoin ahead of the halving, ahead of the bull markets, it's also time for you to be doing a similar thing.
Yeah. So what is going on in the NFT world? What's going on?
Oh, NFT world. I mean, NFTs, people are kind of still like skeptical about NFTs. I think actually there was a lot of headlines about the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the price falling from that. And then you had things like Pudgy Penguins as well, taking a dip in price. So it's still kind of, it's still a bit of a bloodbath for NFTs. People kind of like losing a lot of their liquidity. And again, I feel like that's just more to do with the bear market in general, like people just not having that extra kind of funds to go into these. I mean, most of them, most of them are PFP projects. Most of them don't have a whole lot of utility. However, looking in places like the LinkedIn network and these kind of places, and actually looking at people who are doing like business to business, there is a lot more development around NFTs in terms of giving them utility. So I'm seeing a lot more projects expanding into utility-based, smart contract-based NFTs rather than just having like PFP projects or marketplaces. There was a lot of like NFT marketplaces as business models coming up, like people wanting to be like the new OpenSea and trying to remodel it. So yeah, I feel like people are kind of like innovating a little bit more in terms of NFTs, especially like in the music industry. I feel like that's going to be a huge place for NFTs in the next bull market, is music NFTs. But generally the PFP projects, I don't think they're getting as much like community onboarding as they were. And also I feel like some of the communities are going a bit quiet as well. I don't know if people are necessarily doing a lot in terms of upkeeping their NFT communities as much as they were at the height of NFTs. And obviously financial incentives, I guess, kind of play on that. I guess, if your NFT projects aren't bringing in as much volume, there's less incentive to kind of upkeep those communities. And that's why it's so important to actually have NFTs that have some kind of utility. And I think people get confused about NFTs as well. They think, oh, why are people buying like profile pictures and yeah, I mean, the pictures and the artwork, those are kind of like collectibles, but really and truly we want to focus on like the smart contracts that come with NFTs and actually what they can provide in terms of giving things back to their community. But yeah, I feel like people are still quite want to explore the world of NFTs and want to build, especially when it comes to things like such as fashion. Fashion is becoming like a huge narrative as well in terms of NFTs, in terms of actually creating like digital items that you can wear in the metaverse or wear online or like on an avatar to see what it would look like on you before you go and purchase it and things like that, or actually creating digital items as well. So we saw obviously Puma and Legitimate Labs and Rock Nation create this amazing collaboration of having a fashion item that was linked to an NFT. So, and an NFT as well allowed you to have access to exclusive content from the Rock Nation artists. So that was a really good example of what an NFT should be. It should be literally a smart contract, something that implements itself automatically, that gives you exclusive perks, but then also allows you to have like your physical identity, and your physical identity of yourself, but also a digital identity, and relate them two things together. So yeah, I mean, to sum up, NFTs in terms of PFPs, I think they're kind of like dead really, and really like prices, the prices have fallen a lot for some of these big projects. But I mean, saying that, but then I have seen, some like some board apes are still selling. I think I saw one sold for about 2 point something million the other day. Or it might have been a CryptoPunk. I think it was a CryptoPunk actually. So there are still people like buying at ridiculously high prices for some of these NFTs. I guess people who've been wanting them, wanting to get in, have been, looking at them and seeing, wow, the price has dropped significantly. Because some of these board apes and the CryptoPunks, they were like 20 million. They were like ridiculous price. So you can imagine it being at 20 million to now being like 2.3 million. Some who really wanted it, who's seen that and has the capital, is probably like, yeah, that's a complete steal. But at the same time, it's a massive drop from where it was at the top of the market, 20 million, to now 2.3 million. But I mean at the same time, it's kind of a good thing to see these PFP projects kind of dropping in a way, because it means that for the next cycle, we want projects that have got more utility, something that's actually going to give people something. So there's all kinds of utility you can have, such as co-ownership. I'm seeing a lot of like co-ownership projects coming up, whether it's co-owning popular NFT projects or co-owning some sort of asset. So things like that, co-ownership, obviously music NFTs. I'm seeing some really amazing projects in terms of music royalties, and I've got a few IPs around that as well, some ideas. Wow. So if anyone's got, if anyone's got the fuel and some team and some energy to kind of make those things happen as well, then happy to hit me up. And we've got an ecosystem as well, people interested in those kind of things. So yeah, I'm really excited to see like how the music industry is going to be affected by NFTs in terms of royalty sharing and using the smart contracts in an innovative way.
Yeah, my view on NFT is still the same, like, or like the day I understood. See, I look at the macro, like, okay, during that early stage, most people or most investors in that industry were mostly people who were using NFTs. I'm not gonna go deeper into that, but they like way to dodge taxes, something like that, But but when you look at adoption, we know that those like, let me use for example, not everyone will be able to, not everyone can afford a Ferrari, right? It's a high it's a hybrid car, right? But at least to an extent, there are other companies like Toyota, Mitsubishi, they can create affordable cars for people who can afford it, who don't have that luxury. So NFT are gonna be in categories. We're gonna have the NFTs that we have seen already, that expensive one for the big players, the big G in the game. Now, what is going on is the people that really need to adopt NFT are the retail investors, the layman, the local person, the day to people go about day-to-day the activities. Someone will have a dentist that they pay the dentist every month. Someone will have their favorite artist. Someone will have maybe their favorite coach that they listen to every day, and they are going to use the core like the core fundamental of NFT to actually get that value, because if the idea of NFT is to give creators the value of their creation or of their work. So who else can give that value than the the local people that they engage with every day on their platforms. So they say like now you have the WFT crypto NFT. Let's say the next 5 years to come, your network are gonna connect to you more through that NFT. You won't tell someone to pay you, let's say, $100, right? Why would they pay you $100 if they can buy your NFT and get more value long term? They can trade that NFT. But if they pay you $100 or $5,000, it will just be like fiat, like normal fiat, right? But that money is gonna support the creator, then give them value in terms of the digital asset that they can trade back in the market. So this is how I see value coming in the market, and we're gonna see this like during the next bull market. We're gonna see more newbies comes on board, maybe through BlackRock, through PayPal, or other financial institutions that are going to adopt crypto across the world. We see what is going on in different areas like in Asia. We see more people come on board. That's why we need to keep on educating people and creating this opportunity where they can interact with us through our NFTs, because that's the only way we can give them back value. If say someone comes new to your platform and they want to, be part of your community, they have to buy that NFT from someone who only or like get something from it, and that's how you keep giving that value. It's not gonna be as if they are coming to make money, no, but they're supporting that artist. At the same time, if say an opportunity to make money show up, of course they can sell it in the market and make money with it, right? So that's how I see NFT on a macro level. I don't see that. I don't see people go, again, like buying NFT for like. Of course, we're gonna see it, but again, there are people. There are investors who know what they are doing. They are playing around with taxes. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, possibly, yeah. And I mean, we are dealing with degens here. This is the thing. You say, oh, look, why would people still be spending a load of money on PFP pictures? And it's like, okay, the people who are really adopting it at the moment are quote unquote degens who, are a community of, I mean, guess like tech people, really. A lot of people are like engineers and things in the tech world, and they label themselves as degenerates because they're basically trading NFTs and meme coins and creating all these like crazy projects and having like all these like Discord groups and clubhouses, and it's a community, and those are really the people that are driving some of the crazy numbers that we see in the market. It's not the mainstream people, it is the degens. So I mean, degens are going to be degens, like they are, we've seen some crazy things happen. I don't even want to like promote some of the things, but there was some crazy degen thing going on just in the last week. One popular influencer, Paulie XO, he launched a coin, and it's just the same. It's just the same thing every single time. Previously, he launched a coin because there was some crazy things going on in relation to Pepe, and he was an influencer for Pepe, and obviously that went crazy, and people bought that as a meme coin. And then there was a whole, from when Pepe went off, there was just like a whole like 3-6 weeks of like meme coin madness going on X, or formerly known as Twitter, and he ended up creating like a meme saying, you get nothing, send money to this address and you're all going to get nothing. And people literally sent him like, I think it was like 10 million. It might have even been more than 10 million. I think it might have even gone up.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. You get nothing. He actually sent it all to you get nothing.eth, and people were just sending it to him, like the degens, and then he's now kind of still on that high. Like it's literally, he's still been kind of like on that hype in terms of, people like, oh, what, we really get nothing. And he's like, yeah, I told you nothing. And he's been like hosting these rooms, and now he's like launched a coin. I don't even know what the coin was called. I can't remember. He launched some sort of coin. And then I think I went into one of the spaces, and it was just him like saying, I can't believe like people got rugged or something, because I was like, there's scammers. Obviously, people, when they hear this kind of thing, scammers come in and they create like phishing websites, and then some people were trying to buy the token off of a phishing website and they lost all their money. And then they were on the spaces like, I lost all my money, and Paulie was just like, well, you shouldn't have been an idiot, like, why are you sending money to people on the internet? So it's just so the degen space is like, it kind of does give crypto a bit of a bad name, but at the same time, it is kind of this community that are buying these NFTs for this crazy amount of money. And like you said, maybe they are engineers who are trying to avoid tax or something, something along those lines. But at the same time, it's like we don't want to just focus on like degen activity of like PFPs and meme coins. We want innovators and founders and great thinkers to actually use smart contracts in an innovative way that's going to progress humanity and how we deal with each other.
But that's the thing, Lore. That won't happen, because when you look at the human mindset, right? The degens, they want to get rich quick. So we're gonna see DJ, like most people get into crypto through meme coins. That's what has happened in the past, and it's not gonna stop now. When they are wrecked 1, 2, 3 times, they're all like, oh, okay, what am I doing wrong? And what people don't understand about meme coins or this project is that the big players in the industry, they use meme coins to mint Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they have made a lot of money, and it's easy for them to move prices, to become market makers in this project and move prices, dump it on, inexperienced investors, like Pepe. We see what happened with Pepe, how many people got wrecked with Pepe. And these guys, not long ago, they bought Bitcoin, bought more Bitcoin and bought more Ethereum, and most of them are gonna, these guys, they are just sitting on the sideline and they are waiting for that new big thing. It's kind of like a community. They have a private community that they work together on this.
Yeah.
So that's why you can see, like when you go on DeFi platforms, like on most of these coins, you'll see a coin that have only 5,000 people trading with each other, and you're seeing how the prices are going like crazy, but just 5,000 people. So someone who is inexperienced is gonna come on board like DJs. They're gonna be getting wrecked. All right. So these are the kind of environment that I think most people, if they don't understand the game, if you come through meme coin, then you guys are sure that you're gonna lose a lot of money. Like there's no way you're gonna make money when you come through meme coin. No way. You can make money in the early stage. You're like, oh, I got lucky. I know what I'm doing, right? But at one point, before you wake up someday and you become so, because those who invest in meme coin become so greedy at one point, and they watched, like, of course, I've been in that, at one point, you watch your coin live from 30K up to $100.
Yes.
It's crazy. I've watched a project that I had 10K in it go down to 0.
And you're just watching it go down and down. You're like, no, it's not. It can't go. This can't be it. When are we gonna pull out? When Lambo? And it just never Lambos. It just goes all the way to 0.
And that's the thing, because we were back then. I the DJs, they listen more. Like they are convinced more. Like they become in love with the team. They have a good team, developers. They are like this one. No, who cares? No,
it can make it really scary as well, because you see like people, like, it's really weird. Like you see people get like completely rugged and they're like, man, I put all my rent, like all of next month's rent, and like I'm struggling really bad, and and I put it all into this, and they're talking to developers like, you rugged me, man, you rugged me, but I know that you're not a bad guy, and and they end up becoming like this emotion. It's like they end up becoming like emotionally attached to their like abuser. kind of thing, like they're financially, and it's kind of like really psychologically a bit, you know. So this is the thing, like when you're coming into these financial markets, like please only put money in that you're not willing to that you're not going to miss. Yeah, just put money in that you're not going to miss, like, because it can get really emotional, and you know there is an element of greed in it as well, where you're like, yeah, you know, you can just put, yeah, if I just put this in, you know, it's going to Lambo and like my life is going to be like so amazing. No, like this isn't a way to invest your money. If you want to have, you know, if you want to invest in crypto in a way that you feel like is going to be able to benefit your future at this time, focus on projects like Bitcoin, because you're seeing again,
Yeah,
BlackRock.
that's it. Focus on Bitcoin. I love that statement.
Yeah. Focus on that. If you want a little bit of a bit more riskier thing, where a little bit more riskier, that's a little bit earlier than Ethereum. You know, again, Ethereum's got a good price action. It's not a crazy price yet. I still feel like it's really quite slept on, because I feel like people don't really understand smart contracts yet and blockchain technology. So it is, you know, Ethereum is one of those things where, you know, if you didn't get in early on Bitcoin, then you've still got this chance to get early on Ethereum. I feel like it's proving itself in terms of, you know, obviously Coinbase just built a layer 2, PayPal just launched a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, using Ethereum. So things like that, it kind of tells you like, you know, Ethereum is a, you know, a little bit more of a riskier play, but still an early price, but not as risky as some of these meme coins. I don't think Ethereum is going to be going any place anywhere soon, and especially we've had like rulings, I think in the XRP case, with the SEC, which they basically won. I think they've got I saw that the other day as well. I think they're going back to trial.
They have appealed.
They're going for an appeal, yeah, the appeal, but I feel like the appeal's a bit washed for that. But I think during that trial, George Torres, there was a list of tokens that were deemed as securities and ones that were not, and Ethereum wasn't deemed as a security. So I think there was a speculation a few years ago, people saying, oh, all the people in Ethereum, they're going to go to jail because it's a security and this, that, and the other. But actually from that case, the judge actually ruled that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. So again, that's a huge win. It lets you know that it's safe in a way. You're seeing PayPal, you know, deploying through Ethereum. So if you want something a little bit more riskier, that's a little bit earlier price, and you do have Ethereum. But the thing with Ethereum is that obviously it has got gas fees, and people do look for things like layer 2s like Polygon and Matic to kind of, you know, get out of that ecosystem. And also it is a bit slow as well, which I mean they're sped up by successfully deploying the merge or Ethereum 2.0, but you know it's still kind of like in development and speculated. But Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin's the kind of like safe alternative, and then Ethereum after that. Anything else is a bit, you know, is a little bit more high risk. And obviously the crypto market in general is high risk because we are so early on. But at the same time, you know, because we are so early on, there is space for huge movements as well.
Yeah, there's space for a huge movement. You know, we have been live, you know, today for a long, you know, the commercial has been so sweet. You know, we got some, you know, few comments here from Penrilla. You guys are awesome. You know, thanks for watching. Always here with us. Yeah, guys, you know, every Friday, Laura and I are here to give you guys the juicy part of crypto, what is going on in the market, what we might expect future. And as you can see, she's well vested in the industry, you know, have a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. She's into the NFT, she's into the crypto blockchain. So whatever challenge you're facing, make sure you reach out to her. I've pinned her a link to her own channel, you know, where you're gonna go and get amazing knowledge in the NFT way, in the crypto space. And if say you have a project, you know, you have a team, you want to start something in the Web3 space, she's your guy, you know, to go to. She's gonna help you get there to get that result that you want to achieve. Laura, It's good to have you. Do you have one last thing you want to say before we wrap up?
No, just a little plug. There's an event going on Tuesday the 15th in Canary Wharf, which is made for Web3 founders and investors. So if you've got an amazing idea, or if you are an investor that wants to invest in a project and get it off the ground, then hit me up. It's going to be in Canary Wharf at level 39 on Tuesday. You will need to book your confirmation via Eventbrite, but you can get me on LinkedIn, Lorraine Knight on LinkedIn, or just leave me a message or a comment anywhere on social media, Lorraine_K on everything, and I'll send you the link to that Eventbrite. And yeah, it'd be so amazing to see some of you there. That'd be so amazing. That's next Tuesday in London.
Yeah, I saw that event on LinkedIn. I was like, oh, this is I'm not gonna. I was to be in London on Tuesday, but like, oh, I'm not gonna make it because something came up. I'm gonna be instead on the 17th. So yeah, so I wanted to be there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss this one this time. Maybe next time I'm gonna try to catch up on that. But I'm gonna be in UK, and maybe we're gonna bring live next week with Laura K. In UK together. Maybe, I don't know, but let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Definitely.
Yeah. Thanks for being here as always.
Right. Perfect. All right.
Yeah. Yes, guys. We have come to the end of today's show. It was amazing. The conversation was juicy. I told you guys that we're gonna bring you always amazing stuff going on in the market. Lorette, she's so endowed with a lot of knowledge in this industry, and she's someone that I admire so much because of her knowledge, as charisma. She has so much in her brain that I want to always bring her here for you guys to squeeze it out, a little bit. And if say you have a project, if say you are facing challenges in this industry, you want to get started with crypto, NFT, Web3, Laura is your girl. Go to her, and she's gonna help you one-on-one, or maybe you want to take most of her courses. That she has a course on Bitget, about how to create an NFT, cryptocurrency, whatever you want to, learn in the industry. She can help you with that. And if say you want to get into the world of technical analysis, one-on-one, fundamental, like to get from this crash level, like you want someone to hold you one-on-one, of course you can also contact me and I can help you with that. But of course you're gonna pay some money. It's not free. One-on-one. All right, guys. If you are subscribe, do subscribe, and see you next week. Yeah, if possible, next week. Have a nice day. Bye bye.